Hello friends, today I'll be discussing about the repeater module of Burp Suite. In my previous videos I have already discussed about the proxy module and how to intercept HTTP requests with the proxy module. Today this Burp Suite is this repeater module in Burp Suite is used to send multiple requests to the server, or you can say it is used to send a single request multiple times. So what does it mean? See, as I have already shown in my proxy module lecture that we can modify or customize a request and then forward the request to the server to see its response. But while doing so, that particular request is lost. Now, here this Burp module, this repeater module comes into picture. Here in this module, after we intercept the request, that particular request will be sent from the proxy module to the repeater module. Then we can modify that request number of times to see the server response without actually forwarding the request to the server. That is, we'll modify a particular request and then we'll send it and see the response. And again we'll modify it and again see the response. We are not actually sending this request to the actual server, but inside our Burp Suite only we are just toying with the request. We're changing something and just seeing the request, and accordingly we'll do the modifications. Okay, thus it becomes very useful to find out vulnerabilities in a website and exploit those as per our requirement. But see, being an ethical hacker, we cannot simply do all sort of testings in other website because it is completely illegal. So we'll be doing the same in our own pen testing lab, which is DVWA or the bug bounty application. I already know that this DWVA has many vulnerabilities, but a hacker will randomly modify each and every parameter of a target website to find out those vulnerabilities and then exploit those vulnerabilities. See, this is the picture of our Burp Suite. Here, this is the HTTP request. Here what we are doing, we are simply sending that request to the repeater module. Okay, and after sending the request to the repeater module, it looks like this. It has two parts, the request and the response. See, I told you now, simply we'll be doing some modification in the request and then we'll be sending the request and see the response. Thus we are toying with the request. We'll do some modifications, say we'll change get to post or say option delete or say any other parameter or header. We'll send it and see the response. If it is our as per requirement, it's okay. Otherwise we'll again change some other parameters and then again we will send it and then again we'll see the response. So this is how you will be approaching, okay, in this repeater module. So now what we will do, we'll see some practical examples of how to do these things. Okay, we'll perform some practical examples with the repeater module with our DVWA and this bug web application. Now this BWAPP or a buggy web application is a free and open source deliberately insecure web application, and it has over 100 web vulnerabilities which covers all the major web bugs. Okay, now let's see how it works. So we'll go to browser and we'll search for 7.0.0.1. Okay. Okay, but before that we have to make sure that our this Apache service and our MySQL servers are on, otherwise it will not work. Okay, make sure that these two services are on, otherwise this DWVA will not work. Okay, now let's see, just a minute, it will work. See, it's working now. So let's log in. Do I count? Okay. See, this is our home page and it has so many vulnerabilities. So I'll not be going through each and every vulnerabilities. I'll just try to test 2 or 3 vulnerabilities. Say I'll go for this one, XSS. It is called cross-site scripting. To know about more about this vulnerability, you can go through Google, or you can go through some of these links. Okay, I'll not be discussing about these things. I'll just see how it works. The concept is, what is your name? Suppose I write here Alex. If I click submit here, I'll see hello Alex. So let's see how it works. Let's open our burp suite. Let's this proxy, enable proxy, burp proxy, then open burp suite. Okay, let me the intercept on and just let me type again, say Alex. Let's see what happens. Now this is a request that has been trapped by the burp suite. Okay, now I'll go to this thing, action, and now I'll send the request to repeater. I'll go to repeater tab. This is the repeater tab, and see in repeater tab there are 2 windows, one request window and response window. I told you that in this request window we can change all sort of modification and then accordingly you can see the response. Suppose see, when I typed here Alex, what should be the response? The response should be hello Alex. See, I'll send it. And see, this is the response, hello Alex. Okay, so now what to do? Now what we'll do, we'll type something else here. Say we'll type here Anil. Okay, then next, if you click send, it should show hello Anil. Okay, but it's showing something error. So why it's showing some error? Okay, I understood. This security is impossible. Okay, what you have to do, you have to make it low. The same change I can also make it in this our application from there, but since I forgot it, I can make the same change in our burp window also. See, now it should work. If I click send, now if I search for hello, see hello Anil. Okay, what I did here, I typed Alex. Okay, I typed Alex, but in response what I'm getting? But in response I'm getting hello Anil. So this is, I am just changing the request. I requested something and I got something else. Okay, now see, if I let's go to my proxy tab and simply let me forward the request. Okay, I'll change here Anil, and then I'll forward the request and I'll make it low. Since I have seen in our repeater tab that if I make these 2 changes, then our response will change accordingly. Now what I'll do, I'll forward the request. Okay, and see the response, hello Anil. Got it? Okay, now that time the security was low. Okay, now let me change the security. Here, go to security tab, make it, I made it low in burp suite, but I should have made it here only. Okay, let me make it medium. Okay, medium, and then submit. From here you can change security level. Again, I'll go to this tab, I'll write something, say hello Pintu, and I'll go, I'll put intercept on, I'll click submit. The response should come like this. This is the request. I'll send it to repeater. The output should be hello Pintu. Okay, because I typed here Pintu, the output, we should get the output is hello Pintu. See, just see hello Pintu. Okay, Now what I'll do, see that time that we change the security level to medium, here also it is showing medium. Okay, I change it to Pinaki. Okay, now let's see whether it works or not. Oh, still it is working. Okay, so now what to do? Now I'll go to my proxy tab. I'll make this request to Pinaki, and then I'll forward it and just see hello Pinaki. So got it? This is how we are modifying this request and all. Okay, next we'll be seeing one more vulnerability which is called file upload. Let's go to file upload. Okay, the security, let first select the security as low. Okay, then you go to file upload, say choose an image file to upload. There it is, they are saying that we can only upload an image file, but since the security is low, I think we can upload any file. Just see, let's see whether I can upload or not. I'll go to browse, so I'll select a PHP file. Okay, it's a PHP code. Open, let's see whether I can upload it or not. First of all, let me close the just intercept off. Okay, upload. See, file has been uploaded. I was asked to upload image file, but since the security is low, the file was uploaded. Where it is uploaded? Okay, let's see. It's here. This was the file that was uploaded. You see the contents of this file. Sorry, this is the contents of this file. Okay, this is a PHP file. Okay, let me delete the file. Now again, what I'll do, I'll try to upload the same file in medium security. Let's go to security. I'll change it to medium, submit, and then I'll see whether I can upload the file or not. I'll choose the file, PHP file, open it, intercept is off. Okay, it's okay. Upload the file. No, now it is saying that your image was not uploaded. We can only accept JPG or PNG images. So now what to do? Now okay, now what we'll do, we'll go to burp suite, make the intercept on, and just wait. We'll browse the file, again PHP file. Okay, we'll go to burp suite, we'll make the intercept on, and then now we'll intercept the request, upload it. Now this is the request. It's a post request of uploading a file. This is the content deposition. Form data is a form. The file name is payload.php. This is the content of the file, and the content type is application file, application -xphp. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll send the request to the repeater module. I'll go to repeater module. I'll just send the request. It should give me an error message. Yeah, your image was not uploaded. You can only upload except JPG or PNG images. Okay, now let's do some modification. Let me change the file name to say JPEG. Now see, because they asked to only upload JPG images. Now let's see whether it works or not. I'll send it and see whether it is working or not. Till not uploaded. Okay. Achha, one more thing. For image, content type should be image/JPEG. Let me do one thing. Let me upload it as PHP only. let me make it PHP, let it be as it is PHP, and just let me change the content type. Okay, because they were asked to upload only JPG or PNG images. Okay, now let's see whether it is uploading or not. See, upload successfully. Okay, successfully uploaded. That means the same PHP file was uploaded by only changing this content type. Okay, now we can also, now this here, this response window has also one button called render. If we click the render button, we can get a graphical image of the response. It will take some time. See, uploads. Okay, now what I'll do, again now I'll go to my proxy tab. I'll change this to image.jpeg and I'll forward the request. It's on, and just see file uploaded. Now let's check whether file has been uploaded or not. See, file has been uploaded as PHP file. Let me check the content of this file. Yeah, as it is. Now again I'll delete it. Now what I'll do, now the next step will be in high security. In high security, whether it works or not, just you have to check it. Like, go to security, we'll make it high, we'll make it submit, then again we'll go to file upload, we'll go to browser, open, then we'll go to a burp suite, we'll make it on, it is on, and then upload. Okay, now again same process, send it to repeater, go to repeater module, just we'll make it image.jpeg and just see whether it uploads or not. Image was not uploaded. Okay, now it is not working. In medium security level it was working, but now it is not working. Now let me change this name, file name, G again the same issue. That means now what I will do, we'll change your file name. You have changed the file name payload.jpg, but we have to do one modification on actual file. See, when this file will be uploaded, before uploading this file in the server will go through the contents of the file. So while going to the contents of the file, the server will find this PHP code and it will not accept the file because it only accepts JPG or PNG images. So what you have to do, you have to add one directives. We have to add one directives to the file, so that whenever the server will try to scan the contents of the file, it will show it as an image file and not a PHP file. So for that we have to add one code to the actual file. Let's see how to do it. Let's go to actual file. I think it is in documents folder, PHP. Okay, now what I will do, I'll add one code to this PHP file. Okay, I'll add one code to this PHP file. It is called GIF89A. Okay, this is called GIF89A. It is a directive. It is a GIF directive to indicate the server that it's not a PHP file, rather it's an image file. Okay, now I'll save it. Just see whether it has been saved properly or not. Yeah. Now what I'll do, now again the same thing. I'll go to here, I'll make it JPG. Just a minute. Okay. Again I'll drop this request, make the intercept off. Again I'll go to this window. Sorry. Again go to, it's okay, file upload, browse PHP. Okay, but now in this PHP file I have added one more directive. Okay, so let me get the browser on, then upload. Okay, see now, file name payload.php, content type application so and so, but now this directive has been added to this content of this PHP file. The same, we'll send it to repeater. We'll go to repeater. We'll first of all we'll change it to image.jpeg. We'll see whether it is uploading or not. Image was not uploaded. Okay, that means we have to change this thing also. Let me make it jpeg. Now let's see whether it is uploading or not. Yeah, see, now it has been successfully uploaded. Okay, as payload.jpg and not a PHP file. Now what we will do, we will go to our proxy. We will make the same changes here. We will make it jpeg. We will change it to image.jpeg, and then what we will do, we will forward the request and just see it is showing that file uploaded successfully. Okay, now let's see whether it has been uploaded or not. Go to this directory, check. Yeah, this has been uploaded, but it is uploaded as JPG file. Let's see whether I can check the contents of this file or not. Yeah, but our main file is a PHP file. Now, since it is saved as a JPG file, our purpose is not solved, because that PHP code will not be executed. Whatever code is written inside, for us it's a simple code, it's a sample code, but suppose it might be a executable code which will give you a connection, or which will give a executable shell to that particular server. Okay, so or say it will execute some commands in that server. So these things it will not work, because since it has been saved as a JPG file and not PHP file. So what now you have to do, we have to rename this payload.jpg file as payload.php file. Only then it will execute the codes written inside the PHP file. So for that, what we will do, we will okay, there is one more vulnerability called command injection. We'll go to that command injection, and just a minute. Our file has been uploaded, but it has been uploaded as JPG, so we now have to change the file extension from JPG to PHP. So first of all, let's see the path where it has been uploaded. This is our some request. Uploaded, where the path, this is the path where the file has been uploaded. Okay, actually this is some other request, but this is the actual path. Okay, so what to do, we'll copy it, and then with this vulnerability command injection, we'll try to copy and rename the file. Okay, the command is like this: copy, then paste, uploads, then payload.eg. This is the file that was uploaded. Okay, we'll copy it, this file, to the present directory as payload.php. Okay, proxy, make it off. Okay, it's off, no issue. And I'll click submit. The file has been uploaded. How to check it? If I give a command pwd, first of all let me give pwd, it will show the present directory. Okay, now let's see the files in this directory. So just a minute. See, it gives all the files in this current directory, and this is our actual file, the PHP file. Okay, you can also check it from here, payload.php. Just see, this is our file that was uploaded. Okay. Let's go back. So okay, I think we have seen some of the vulnerabilities of this DVWA. The rest of the vulnerabilities you can go and check one by one, and you can also go to Google to get more information about each and every vulnerability, so that you can exploit it properly. Next, what we'll do, we'll go to our one more lab, which is the VVAPP. Okay, it is a one more pen testing lab, which is full of vulnerabilities. We'll log in, username, password is bug. We'll keep it as low. Click login. Okay. Now what we'll do? See, it shows a lot of choose your bug. Whatever bug you want, you can choose it. I'll only show one vulnerability. The rest you keep on searching and exploiting. Okay. Whatever is available. Let me search for your estimate. Yeah, let me do this one. Insecure. Okay, I'll do this one, this vulnerability, insecure DOR. I'll click hack. Now it shows about movie tickets booking. See, I'll click say 4 tickets I want to book. I would like to order 4 tickets. If I click confirm, 4 tickets have been booked. You order 4 tickets, total amount charge 60 euro, because the price of per ticket is 15 euro. Now I'll try to expose this vulnerability with burp suite. Okay, what I'll do, I'll keep my, again I'll go to burp suite. Just a minute. I'll try to book say 2 tickets. I'll go to burp suite. I'll keep the intercept on, and then I'll click confirm. The moment I click confirm, I'll get the request for this ticket booking. Ticket quantity is 2, ticket per price 15. Now this is a vulnerability, because see, as a user, I should not be allowed to see the price and all. So it is a security lapse from the developer's point of view. Okay. So since this figure 15 euro I am seeing, so anybody can exploit this. Anybody can change it, and accordingly he can get the tickets with at a much lower price. So what I'll do, I'll go to action, send it to repeater. I'll go to repeater tab and just see what I'm doing. I'll change to say 20, and the price is 1 euro per ticket. Now if I click send, what I'll get, see, you ordered 20 movie tickets, total amount charged from your account is 20 euro. Let me see it in render view. See, you ordered 20 tickets, total amount charged from your account is 20 euro. So it's a vulnerability, it's a bug, it's a vulnerability, and as a developer I should not have been given access to this price. Since I am able to see the price, I am changing it. So now what I'll do, I'll go to a proxy tab, I'll change it, say €2, so I'll change 50, so I'll get 50 tickets at a total of €2. I'll forward the request and see you order 50 tickets, total amount charged from my account is €100 because per ticket was €2. So that's it, I think. And the rest of the vulnerabilities you please go on checking one by one, and then I'll see you with some more exciting videos in my next classes. Okay, till then, bye and have a nice day. Thank you.